The President's Cup teams. The automatic qualifiers are in, Greg. They're in. They're set in stone for the United States squad. It's Scotty Scheffler. It's Xander Schauffele. It's Colin Morikawa, Wyndham Clark, Patrick Cantlay, and Sahith. Look at that. Sahith not only in the top 30, not only headed to East Lake, but he is headed to Montreal. That is the main six. And then we got to find six more on this team, Greg. We got to find them.
Yes, and I think there are some options that have kind of, come up and proven themselves worthy. Very happy with, on the team already, Wyndham Clark has made a nice transformation and will be very valuable. Patrick Cantlay has stepped up and shown his place on the team. I feel very good about the top six, but having Sam Burns make the move that he has over the last couple weeks, I think is huge, especially with the play of Max Homa. We also have, I wrote these things down here. Let's see. Tony Finau has been great. Russell Henley, top 10 player in the world, practically a lock. Keegan Bradley stepping up big time, I think, to lock himself up on this team. The way I look at it now, there's one spot and there's about six guys, which I think it comes down to Billy Horschel and Justin Thomas in a very strange way.
Well,
you could possibly
you say Akshay
into the mix.
That's an easy one.
Wait,
Akshay is in there as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right, hold on.
Can we look at it?
Yes. I will pull up. I will share my screen, Josh.
I have the exact same as you, Greg.
Okay,
Yeah.
fire me in there. All right. Scotty, Xander, Morikawa, Clark, Cantlay, Sahith. Greg, your next six are, Tony, Russell.
Hold on. This is not updated.
It's not updated. I can't update the President's Cup website, Kyle.
Go to ESPN. The ESPN President's Cup is always updated.
Okay, Josh, remove my screen. Thank you. ESPN has a President's Cup page?
Listen.
What do they have? Is it live? They have live President's Cup?
This is why Kyle is.
Wow.
Wow.
The real worldwide.
Kyle, are you okay? All right. Fire me in there, Josh. This is why Kyle is the senior guy here. So Scotty, Xander, Colin, Wyndham, Cantlay, and Sahith. All right. So Greg's team is whom, please?
Burns, Finau, Henley.
Yep.
Harmon, Bradley Harmon. Those five guys, I think, are all in.
Harmon,
now,
you're like for sure on Harmon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
I get
good.
that.
Harmon would be my 20th guy.
Right.
Wow.
That seems a little harsh.
That's harsh.
Well, Patrick, your team.
Okay, my team is.
Wait, hold on. Who was Greg's 12th?
Greg
guy?
didn't finish yet. Greg did not finish.
He said.
I said that I think that comes down to Justin Thomas and Billy Horschel.
Oh yeah.
For the Homa spot.
Yes.
So you're out on Homa.
Max Homa lost 9 strokes off the tee.
You could have just say Max Homa lost. He's lost. Like he is lost. There's no way you could.
Was that 9 strokes off the tee on Sunday last week? Like
this for the BMW in total.
Yeah.
And he gained strokes off the tee both days over the weekend.
Oh.
Wow.
He lost 7 strokes off the tee on Friday.
Oh my gosh.
So who's that spot, Greg? You have to pick Justin Thomas or Billy Horschel.
Or Akshay Bhatia, who's kind of slid down. He's slid a little bit for me. I think I got to go. I don't know if I can make this decision. I think it's Justin Thomas.
Wow.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy being captain, Greg. These are tough calls you got to make.
Wow.
I
Patrick.
think it's Justin Thomas.
Patrick.
Okay. I will say Jim Furyk does have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and not pick Keegan Bradley. Which would just be and pick Justin Thomas.
We want you to see the other side of this thing.
There's no way he's going to do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's zero way. It's like, okay, and by the way, are you still getting the private chef for us up there, the catering? You got that for us for Royal Montreal for the guys? Okay, I'm gonna go with the top 6 since I can't change those out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Burns, Finau, Henley, Bradley. I'm in on those guys.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Henley twice.
And then I am picking Billy Horschel for my team because he's going to be paired up with Keegan Bradley.
Oh,
They're just
yes.
They're just going to be throwing expletives at the
Dude.
French-speaking Canadians there.
Give me that team.
And then I am going to. I hope they're considering Nick Dunlap. Honestly,
Yeah.
U.S. Amateur champion, twice a winner, SEC match play winner. Also, I think that would be awesome.
SEC match play winner. What a pull.
But I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Akshay.
Yeah, I think that's my team. You said top 6: Burns, Finau, Henley, Keegan, Billy, and Akshay. That's my team.
Yes, that is my team.
I think that's the right way to go. You've got plenty of fire in the belly on that team. You've got plenty of great players. I cannot, in good conscience, take Justin Thomas to Montreal. I cannot do it. I will not do it. And
it's like a Dr. Seuss book.
and I agree with the rest of that. KP, you got a different team?
Top 10. I think the top 10 is like locked in, right? I don't think that's changing.
Mm-hmm.
Top 9. Top 9's locked in.
No.
I think that it's so hard because you look at these numbers and you're like, am I really going to make a decision based on like 20 FedEx Cup points or 100 or whatever it is? I think I would go top 10. And then I'm going Akshay.
Nice.
And I'm going I'm gonna go with Nick Dunlap.
Nice.
Because here's the thing. I think that you have an opportunity here to get some guys that are super young, some experience without jeopardizing your position of winning this event. Because you have guys at the top in the top 5 that it's like, okay, these are our leaders: Scotty, Xander, Cantlay, Morikawa. Whether you agree with that or not, that's true. And you almost like clear the deck of the JT Spieth, Homa, Ricky crew and reset it for 2025 and say, hey, go make the Ryder Cup team. You know, like we're clearing the deck of that. We're getting this new crop of Akshay, Dunlap, Sahith in the mix. And then you've got like a pool of 20 guys. Like, do you want Nick Dunlap's first experience being Bethpage Ryder Cup? Not really. I mean, I guess it was fine for Ludwig, but Ludwig's kind of a one-of-one guy. And so I think you're all of a sudden your pool of guys for Bethpage is 18 instead of like 14.
I completely agree with what you're doing here. The only problem is you better win.
I know.
Yes. If you lose doing that, you will never be able to live that down.
Jimmy Furyk with 2 L's on his captaincy.
Trying to pass the torch and losing in the process.
But is the difference between Nick Dunlap and Brian Harman so great that that's going to be the difference in the Ryder Cup, in the President's Cup?
Oh, if it comes down to Nick Dunlap or Brian Harman, we can take Nick Dunlap.
Well,
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm still taking the top 10 on this list, and then I'm throwing Akshay and Dunlap in there.
Yeah, it's a couple matches pretty much.
I get it.
With a guy by your side.
But that is not how it will be perceived.
Well, and you're saying like the perception will be, hey, we're trying to like prep for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fair.
Well, they should be doing that, but you also don't want to lose if you're the captain.
I know. It's tough, but I don't know.
When was Spieth picked by couples? 14?
13.
13. He was like, what, 12 at the time? Just entering his, what is that, 7th grade?
He had finished second in the Masters that year. No,
He
Yeah.
got 14.
He won the John Deere and then went second at the Wyndham, T4 at the Deutsche Bank, and T2 at the Tour Championship.
yeah, my bad. And then he
Okay.
finished second in the Masters the next year.
Okay,
So
we have to go. Sorry, Patrick.
no, you're fine.
All right, we have to go very quickly here. The other side, the international squad, is Hideki, Tom Kim, Sung Jae, Jason Day, Adam Scott, Benny On. They are in. And then there are 4 Canadians in the next 7 spots. Corey Connors, Minwoo, Cam Davis. It's chaos after that. So Greg, now you are international squad captain. Who's on your team?
Corey Connors.
Is it the same thing? Top 6?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm swapping Taylor Pendrith and Nick Taylor. So I'm going Corey Connors, Minwoo Lee, Christian Bezuidenhout, Taylor Pendrith.
Cam Davis or no?
Yes, Cam Davis is in. So Corey Connors, Minwoo Lee, Cam Davis, Seabez, Taylor Pendrith, Adam Hadwin, or Siwoo Kim.
So this
Okay.
this is actually a much more interesting conversation because I actually don't think some of these Canadian, like Nick Taylor is the face of Canadian golf and he should not be on this team and not
be.
and
He's
but
been
not
bad.
but not taking him is going to be nuts. The guy who won the Canadian Open for the first time in 70 years and they literally changed the logo to, and the guy that you've been setting up to be the guy for the last year should not be on this team.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I cannot believe he didn't make the BMW championship.
It's been a disaster.
Oh,
This team's low key kind of sick.
they're frisky.
Yeah.
Siwoo is terrifying. Like I would take Siwoo because
Yeah.
So would I.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like he might win 5 matches. He might like flame out. Who knows? But like his ceiling is sick. It's crazy.
The
We'll have a
Canadian
different putter
bias
every
is
day.
the problem.
The Canadian bias is a huge problem. If this was in Australia, you'd get a much better team. Is it really? Do we really just have to take them because they're Canadian? I swap out. So Nick Taylor out, Adam Hadwin out, Pendrith in,
Mhm.
Siwoo in.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
That is
fine.
my team as
I'm
well.
fine with that. That's the best team.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think honestly, I don't know if that international side's updated because they do OWGR and that's not out yet.
Yeah. Mine.
But I think Pendrith moved up to 11th because he had a good start.
That's good.
And then it is Hadwin 12, Taylor 13,
Yeah.
Siwoo 14, and Hughes 15. So you have 3 Canadians. You know how you get out of that conversation? You just pick Siwoo Kim.
Yeah.
Sorry, no favorites here.
Yep. And the good news is, so if there is another Canadian ahead of Nick Taylor, you can justify not bringing Nick Taylor and bringing the other Canadian.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
if he's like, so if it's like this 11, 12, 13, and he's 11, it's going to be really hard to pass him up. But that would actually be very helpful if Taylor Pendrith does jump it.
It also depends. I have not broken down the course for the President's Cup. Big shocker, but it might be a course that suits an Adam Hadwin more than a Taylor Pendrith. It might be like a Le Golf National situation from 2018.
you got to take Pendrith.
I agree, but like
Any course.
you're saying, you're saying even if it's like a 4,000 yard course, you take Taylor Pendrith.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays well on short courses too.
We're going to a pop stroke.
I don't. You couldn't find a golf course where I would take Nick Taylor or Adam Hadwin over Taylor Pendrith for a DFS lineup.
I think I agree with you.
I agree too. He's had a great second half.
Once he got healthy.
Yeah.